Who was Anne Frank? Chapter 5, Yellow Stars. The Nazis robbed Jewish people of their rights, one by one. The Germans also took pleasure in making public spectacles of the Jews. They wanted to shame them. In the summer of 1941, the Nazis decided that Jewish children could not return to their old schools. Now they would have to attend separate schools for Jews only. But instead of announcing the change during the summer, the Nazis waited until school started. Then Jewish students were removed from their classes. It was a way to make Anne and other Jewish children feel like outcasts. At least at the new school, Anne was in class with her friend Hannah. And some things did not change. Teachers still scolded Anne for talking all the time. In 1942, the Nazis now made all Jews over 6 years old start wearing a big patch on their clothes. The patch was yellow and in the shape of a Jewish star. The Jewish star, or the Star of David, is a six-sided star made from 2 triangles. It is the most common symbol of the Jewish religion. It had to be worn on overcoats and jackets and dresses. It was sewn right over your heart, right where everyone would be sure to see it. The Star of David. According to the legend, the Star of David was on the shield of King David, a wise man and heroic king of Israel in ancient times. Hitler decided that all Jewish people had to wear yellow cloth stars the size of a grown-up's hand. He did this to single them out. In the middle of the patch was the word Jude, which meant Jew. It was written in letters that looked like Hebrew letters, although it was meant to be a badge of shame. Many Jews wore their patch proudly. In 1948, soon after World War II ended, the new state of Israel was born. It was created as a homeland for all Jews. The Star of David appears on the flag of Israel. For some time, Jews had not been allowed to own cars, but now they were forbidden to ride bikes. There was a curfew that said all Jewish people had to be in their homes by 8 o'clock at night. They could not go outside until 6 o'clock the next morning. Being outside included standing on your balcony or sitting in your backyard. And if you were caught where you weren't supposed to be, you were arrested. Even children! The only good news was that Hitler's forces were starting to lose ground in the war. The Germans had invaded France, but they were not able to invade England. Then, in December of 1941, the United States joined the war. The Franks hoped that this meant Hitler would be defeated. Soon the nightmare would end and life would go back to normal.